Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, how are you today? I hope you are always in a good condition. Now in this video, we would like to present a matter of business administration principles of management. But before it, let us introduce ourselves. I am Farah, Dila, Syifa, and my friends are Iffah, Karimah, Sanusi, Abiazi, Saali, Nurul Bahiyah, and Yuniar Ardiyani. We are from Business Administration Education 2019, State University of Jakarta. So pay attention please, and here go the presentation. Definition of management. Managing is one of the most important activities of human life. To accomplish aims that could not to be achieved individually, people start forming groups. Managing has become essential to ensure the coordination of individuals' efforts. The principles of management are division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest to general interest, union is strength, initiative, equity, skill change, order, stability of tenure of personnel, remuneration, and centralization.
Early management principles were born of necessity. The most influential of these early principles were set forth by Henry Faye, a French mining engineer. In 1888, Faye became a director of a mining company. The company was in difficulty, but Faye was able to turn around and make the company profitable again. When he retired, Faye wrote down what he done to save a company. He helped develop an administrative science and develop principles that he thought all organizations should follow if they were to run properly.
Organizational culture, diversity, and ethics. Organizational culture refers to a system of shared assumptions, values, and beliefs that show people what is appropriate and inappropriate behavior. Diversity. Culture refers to values, beliefs, and customs that exist in a society. Now, the world of work is increasingly international. Ethics. Ethics in business can also be interpreted as a knowledge of norms in managing business and morality that applies universally, economically, and socially. 7-dimension cultures. 1. Innovative cultures. Companies that have innovative cultures are flexible, adaptable, and experiment with new ideas. 2. Aggressive cultures. Companies with aggressive cultures value competitiveness and outperforming competitors. 3. Outcome-oriented cultures. Outcome-oriented cultures as those that emphasize achievement, result, and action as important values. 4. Stable cultures. Stable cultures are predictable, rule-oriented, and bureaucratic. 5. People-oriented cultures. People-oriented cultures value fairness, supportiveness, and respecting individuals' rights. 6. Team-oriented cultures. Companies with a team-oriented cultures are collaborative and emphasize cooperation among employees. 7. Detail-oriented cultures. Organizations with a detail-oriented cultures as emphasizing precision and paying attention to details. Ethic organizational activities including the following criteria. 1. Treating employees, customer, investor, and the public fairly. 2. Making fairness a top priority. 3. Holding every member personally accountable for his or her action. 4. Communicating core values and principles to all members. 5. Demanding and rewarding integrity from all members in all situations.
Leadership and teams. What's the definition of leadership? Leadership is a role, mindset, and a set of behaviors, and it takes all these aspects to build, maintain, and nurture a culture that will embody a vision while representing the best interests of stakeholders. Meanwhile, definition of teams is simply as a group of individuals united in pursuit of a common mission or goal, often sacrificing personal agendas for the sake of the team accomplishment. So, what's the relationship between leadership and teams? Effective leadership is needed to accomplish these laudable goals. In the knowledge-intensive world of today, leaders influence and motivate teams. They achieve a result by developing a shared vision and communicating it to the team, influencing with passion.
Managing employees, motivation, empowerment, and conflict resolution. One of your most important functions as a manager is motivating your employees to do their best while attempting to meet corporate goals. When employees are motivated, they will seek out ways to improve their work production and maximize their performance. Motivation. Motivation is the intention of achieving a goal leading to goal-directed behavior. Motivation is clearly important for someone to perform well. However, motivation alone is not sufficient. Ability and environmental factors are also important. Empowerment. Empowerment is the act of releasing control to another person or group of people to make decisions and choose the outcome. Empowerment is a give and take situation. Conflict resolution. Conflict is a process that involves people disagreeing. Conflict can range from minor disagreements to workplace violence. In addition, there are three types of conflict that can arise within organization. First, intrapersonal conflict. Intrapersonal conflict arises within a person. Intrapersonal conflict can arise because of differences in role. Second, interpersonal conflict. Interpersonal conflict is among individuals such as co-workers, a manager and an employee, or CEOs and their staff. Many companies suffer because of interpersonal conflict. Third, intergroup conflict. Intergroup conflict is a conflict that takes place among different groups. Types of group may include different departments or divisions in company, and employees union and management, or combining companies that supply the same customers. Causes of conflict. 1. Organizational structure. Conflict tends to take different forms depending upon the organizational structure. 2. Limited resources. Competition among people or departments for limited resources is a frequent cause of conflict. 3. Task interdependence. That is when accomplishment of your goal requires reliance on others to perform their tasks. 4. Incompatible goals. Sometimes conflict arises when two parties think that their goals are mutually exclusive. 5. Personality difference. Personality difference among coworkers are common. Knowing that these differences are natural and normal, let us anticipate and mitigate interpersonal conflict. 6. Communication problems. Sometimes conflict arises simply out of small, unintentional communication problems such as lost email or dealing with people who don't return phone calls. Human resource management. Human resource management exists in many forms. Recruitment and selection is a fundamental human resource function that overreaches many different aspects of the organization's overall performance. A strategy human resource plan lays out the steps that an organization will take to ensure that it has the right number of employees with the right skill in the right place at the right times. Human resource managers begin by analyzing the company's mission, objective, and strategies. To develop a human resource plan, human resource manager must obviously be knowledgeable about the job that the organization needs perform.
Next, planning and strategy formulation, divided into two parts. 1. Management strategy. Strategy management, like strategizing for short, is essentially about choosing terms of what the organization will do and wanna do to achieve specific goals and objectives. 2. Strategy input. Strategy input is gather information and conduct analysis about the internal characteristics of the organization and the external market conditions. Inputs into strategy are often called SWOT analysis, which stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And then decision making. What is decision making? The decision making function of manager is to make decision. Decision making is about making choice between alternatives to reach goal or objective in our personal life. Decision making can involve the determining many things, such as where I live, what food we eat, and who our friends are. In business, decision making can revolve around the product and service that company offer, the market itself, the people it hires, and so on. Next, type of decision. Number 1, making rational decision. The rational decision making model describes a series of steps that decision makers should consider if their goal is to maximize the quality of their outcome. Number 2, making good enough decision. In this model, individuals knowledge limit their option to a manageable set and choose the best alternative without introducing an exhaustive search for alternatives. Number 3, making intuitive decision. The intuitive decision making model has emerged as an important decision making model. It refers to arriving a decision without conscious reasoning. Number 4, making creative decision. In addition to the rational decision making beneath rational models and intuitive decision making, creative potential chance to decision making. Number 1, confidence bias. Confidence bias occurs when individuals overestimate their ability to predict future events. Number 2, hindsight bias. Hindsight bias is the opposite of overconfidence bias, as it occurs when looking backward in time where mistakes may seem obvious after they have already occurred. Number 3, anchoring. Anchoring refers to the tendency individuals to rely too heavily on a single piece of information. Number 4, farming bias. Farming bias refers to the tendency of decision makers to be influenced by that a situation or problem is present. Number 5, exhalation of commitment. Exhalation of commitment occurs when individuals continue on a following in course of action after information reveals this way be a poor path to the follow.
Organization structure, change, and the future of management. Organizational structure refer to how individual and teamwork within an organization are coordinated. Change. Organizational change is the movement of an organization from one state of affairs to another. The future of management. According Mr. Hamel, we should to think about the future of management and to take on the challenge of being management innovators. We should respect every worker and embrace what each employee has to offer.
The conclusion of this presentation is management is the organization and coordination of work to produce desired result. A manager is a person who practices management by working with and through people in order to accomplish his or her organization goals. When you think of the term manager, you may be imagining your supervisor as he or she hires and terminates employees and makes major decisions above your authority. However, also you may not view yourself in this way. You yourself may also be a manager. In fact, many of us practice management skills in the workplace every day. You may have a team of employees that you manage or a project that requires management strategies or demonstrate leadership qualities among your peers. These are all scenarios that require you to apply the principles of management.